welcome back, everybody, to another episode on the minigame map. So, welcome to Minigame Monday, where we're going to be doing a Minecast this time. And pretty much what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be talking, and not sure for how long. I think I'm going to go for about half an hour. And basically, I'll be working here in the minigame map, along with Chris, who is joining me today.
Hello.
And he's going to be working on the racetrack just a little bit more, and I'm going to be working in the PC lobby. So, let's go and get started, shall we? Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start drilling you now, Chris, with the Q&A. Minecraft being bought out, how do you stand on it?
I'm against it. I don't think a large company... I'm not saying they can't do anything good with it. It's just trend says that like a big company moving scale down to do small companies' work. It's just they look at stuff in a different manner, and I think it's just gonna mess up.
Okay, so do you think that Amazon buying Twitch is gonna fail as well? Or do you think them leaving it alone as is? Because they're not doing too bad right now. I mean, they haven't changed anything yet, but...
My guess on that is, I think I read something where they actually are not going to, they're just kind of going to be on the back burners and just make profit off of it, and they're going to kind of continue the trend as is, and not really interfere with it. Although in Minecraft, I could imagine them interfering with a lot of it because, it's still developing, or it's always being developed.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely would imagine that they would have their hands on in that. So as far as Twitch, I'm gonna admit this, I've never actually watched Twitch. So I don't know
You've
how
never
it
watched a
works
Twitch stream?
Nope.
Just think of it as a live, think of it as a live YouTube video, and you can comment back to the people, and you can be like, hey, nice video, and then they'll see 40 seconds later, oh, hey, thanks. And just interaction, pretty much, in short.
I've seen, like, YouTube stuff on it and stuff like that, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it. I just never checked it out before. That, like, yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, I've always liked what Twitch does, and I've always wanted to get into Twitch. I just can't, because we live out in the middle of nowhere, so... And apparently, like, in your situation, even in the middle of nowhere, you don't... Or even in somewhere, you still can't get the best internet in the world.
Oh, yeah. I live in not a big city, but, like, a city-style area, and, 3 gigs, or, yeah, right, I wish, 3 megabytes, and it still cuts out sometimes during rain and stuff like that.
Do you think that,
pretty horrible.
Do you think that you get any, like, bad service from neighbors at all? Because, like, us being out here in the middle of nowhere, we're pretty much the only people that use this wire that everybody can use. Like, we're the only ones getting service for it.
Like, do you think, are you saying, like, is our internet speed affected by, people being on at the same time?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not really home during times that other people use it, but normally, I think back when we were up around the same times, especially around sporting seasons and stuff like that, the internet really would drop down because a lot of other people in our area would be online at the same time watching that. So yes, that part is definitely a fact.
I was gonna say, you kind of have to like that with the new shift.
Yeah.
Overall, you've worked both day and night shifts. Which one would you take overall?
I worked all 3 shifts, and I don't know. Like, a lot of it honestly depends on the people, because I've noticed a lot of the places where it offers different shifts. First shift is always a lot more tense because you got bigwigs around, and also people feel entitled because, like, you got to work 10 years there or more to be able to be higher up than everybody else to be able to go to first shift. So first shift also has a sense of entitlement where,
Ah,
like,
so you've earned it in this company, and thus we're going to give you the
uh,
better shift.
yeah, then they just kind of sit back and like, I'm better than you sort of attitude.
Oh,
I
so
don't know.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
I know them
So
feels.
yeah, so I kind of enjoy odd shifts as far as that goes, but first shift, as far as sleep and getting stuff done during the day and um, like having family events where most other people are on first shift schedule is a lot nicer. So I do miss that.
But overall, it's just pretty much just another job to you. No matter what the shift is, you just go and do your thing
Yeah.
and get out.
Yep. Another job. The air conditioning part.
Oh yeah, wait. Do you not have air conditioning there?
Nope.
Oh, okay, so I'm not giving you hugs anymore. That's a done deal.
Yeah.
I hope you
Definitely
liked that
deserve this
last one.
job.
But
Pretty useless job, but I enjoy it at least.
actually, I don't think I announced what I'm actually doing yet. I'm working in the PC lobby, and this one in particular is going to be the hot foot slash hot hoof. So that is what I'm working on right now. But I'm definitely going to be interested in what Microsoft is planning on doing though with Minecraft though, because the one thing that keeps running through my head, okay, and I don't think that I didn't bring this up during when I made the video about it, and I kind of wish I would have, is the whole fact that we have a corporation buying it, okay, but they bought it with the intention of making their money back, okay. They spent
Yeah.
$2 billion and they expect to get it back.
Yep.
I mean, where are they going to get that money back from? And I think that we all know the answer. That's going to be coming back in the form of probably Minecraft 2.0. I mean, that's probably going to happen now.
Yeah. I mean, that's my biggest guess as well. They can't really. I mean, the only way Minecraft is making money now, I think, like everybody has it that's gonna have it just about.
Hmm.
So, like, yeah, they're still gonna make sales, but they're not gonna make it. Like, they're not gonna double what they've already sold. That's practically impossible. So, and the only way they're making money right now is by making skins or making um, themes or
Yeah,
anything like
texture
that.
packs and stuff like that.
Yeah. So they're really not going to make their money back right now. So it has to be 2.0.
Because I was thinking, is there any other thing that they could do? And I did come up with one thing. And this is going to be a tight fit. It's going to be doing their own server service. Because right now, like for the boredom server and boredom craft, we have to pay for both of those servers. If Minecraft came up, or if Microsoft came up with a way for their servers, their Xbox Live servers, to support Minecraft, and like they just started charging for that service, I mean, they would get a ton of money out of people for that.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants to be able to play multiplayer, but you have to have a server or host it on your own crappy computer, which, out of personal experience, it just doesn't work. Because you have to have one good internet to a good computer, and not everybody has supercomputers, so.
Okay.
But if they were to do that, I would be all for what they're. I would be all for the buyout, because in that in itself would be awesome to have. But I don't know. We're gonna see with time what happens. Just gonna only hope for the best. This is so damn.
I don't know.
small.
You were saying that um, Minecraft 2.0 won't work?
What do you mean?
The other developers have tried to make a 2.0, and it just has failed because of um,
If they were to have a ton of new features, but still have like the same Minecraft textures and everything like that, and still have the same feel, and you can still play it the exact same, I would say that it would work just fine. But if they're planning on doing new graphics and everything like that, then I would say that it's going to fail very, very hardcore. I don't see how enhancing graphics is going to change the feel of the game. The game was made to feel. Well, actually, look around you. How do you feel with this game? I mean, it feels realistic, doesn't it, with the perspectives and everything like that. But yet, it's
yeah,
still
I
very,
mean,
very textured.
yeah, it's very textured, but it also has a very like I don't know. I think it's almost mandatory to have it um have a blocky feel
Hmm.
with as much as you can do with the options of being able to place blocks and create almost anything you want, and also having the frame rates where it needs to be. But um, hardware is getting up there. I think I just saw that they released new graphics cards, so PC just basically got a next gen update. So like it's come around that it's plausible to like trees. I've seen mods that trees have motion, and I think it would be a lot better to have a little more randomization as far as like blocks of grass, like just to look down and see gridded grass. It would be nice to have like maybe four different styles of a skin for the grass block. That way it's more randomized, like it's not looking down at a grid. So just little stuff like that are just adding more physics to the redstone, like adding like stuff like the repeaters and stuff like that would be awesome. And I'm not really sure as far as like adding animals and all that stuff, like that's always welcome, but I don't think that's necessarily a selling point.
Hmm.
Done.
I was gonna say that was actually really, really good. Like I really, really like that. Hmm. Where do I go from here? I think I'm feeling the exact same as you right now. That if they were to add new stuff, keep the. I'm not really sure what you mean about the grass though, because with different biomes you do get different shades of grass.
It's not necessarily different shades. It's like I don't know where you're at right now, but
Oh,
if you
you.
look
Oh,
down at
okay.
the
I think
ground,
like you want it to feel like with water, like how every single one like it looks fluid, but each block just has a repeating texture. So you would like to have more textures on different blocks to make it feel more randomized. No,
I'm not.
not too
I forget what you mean by the water.
like the. I'm trying to think. I'm not even sure if I would be able to really set up a good example for it.
Um, I'm doing water real quick right now, also.
But pretty much like no two blocks are the same sort of thing, but yet they are still have the general feel of being the same.
Kind of. Like the water where it flows, and they kind of like the block next to it is flowing a little bit different than the other. Like it's the same thing, but like it's just more randomized. That's what I'm talking
Oh,
about
okay.
with the
Okay.
flowing blocks. But if you look at the standstill water, like you can tell block per block per block, and like it just kind of looks like fabric almost, where you see like the whole grid, and just kind of randomizing so that you don't necessarily see a grid.
Oh, okay.
Like make the world look more
Okay.
realistic instead of
So
gridded.
okay, if you're not following what Chris is saying right now, I can
Sorry.
give you the best example right here in front of my face. You see the little cluster of dark right here? You can see it right there. You can see it right there. You can see it right there. You can see that it goes in rows right there, and you can see that it goes right straight across.
Yeah.
That's the grid that he's talking about. Is that you see these little textures, and then you don't even have to see the block outline to see where it is. So if you were to have
Yep.
that be more randomized, okay, yeah, I'm all for that. I would be all for
Yeah.
that. That has been something that has bugged me in the past, but it's like minor details.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I kind of like it because you don't really see it in any other game. So it's kind of like, oh, I'm playing Minecraft. I know, like it kind of like if you see it again down the road after not playing the game for 5 years, you're like, wow, this like I forgot about this. Like it really brings back the mood, but it's I don't know, it's something that kind of seems low quality, and it like just adding 4 different skins for each one would completely change it up. And it doesn't even have to be for everything, just the stuff that covers the mass of the world, like sand, water, and dirt, and grass. Like that would fix almost the whole game.
I would not mind seeing that at all. I will give you that one.
Yeah, I hope they do that. And I don't know, have you seen the mod for the lighting? Where the position
Because
of the
that
gun actually...
requires you to have a pretty good processor, doesn't it?
It does, but next gen just came out, I'm pretty sure. Especially if they actually overhauled the system, I think that Minecraft is, no offense to Notch and them, but I'm guessing it's kind of inefficient that if they reprogram the game that it could be made more efficiently, that um, they could do more stuff with it. That's just a guess though. So if they overhauled the system, they could bring the frame rate down a lot and then add in lighting like that and add that with a next gen console or even like moderate PC graphics card around the $300 range. I think it would be very feasible to have that set up. Well, I think even a $300 graphics card right now or next gen could play that mod at decent frame rates, but I'm not sure. I've never tried it.
I was gonna say my Mac can do it pretty decently.
Yeah,
Like it gets hot because it's processing quite a bit, but it can handle it.
I think you have the 7860. I think you said or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, yeah. So new cards, like new consoles and everything, definitely should be good to go. So that's something I would like to see in 2.0 if they did make it. So it is welcome if they do it right. It's just I don't know. A lot of stuff
There's
that
a
Microsoft does
fine
is not
line.
done right.
There's a fine line that us gamers are looking for, and if they cross
Yep.
it, we will be pissed.
Oh yeah.
Now, I guarantee you anything, though, even if they were to screw it up, they would still get the 2 billion in sales. They just wouldn't have the people sticking around. And I mean, the franchise
Yeah.
is going to sell no matter what. You're going to have those people that are going to buy crap no matter what, even if it sucks or if it's good. I mean, that's just how
Yep.
the world goes around. But yeah, I don't really know where to go from there. But I mean, you're going to have people that are going to buy it no matter what, and that I think is what Microsoft is going to be relying on.
Definitely second that. I don't know. I'm hoping developers kind of get their head out of their butt because um, there's been a lot of games that they've just kind of fallen through on and people still buy, but it's not really. I don't know. I haven't got to play Destiny, but I've heard a lot of people kind of dissatisfied at it. Not that it's a horrible game, just that it's not the oh, dang, I forgot to do this. It's not necessarily what they were expecting it to be.
Hmm.
Have you heard that?
I haven't, but that's because I haven't been following Destiny at all. I have not given a crap about it at all. Honestly, it's been one of those things of where, I mean, my way of buying video games anymore is completely different. Like I honestly like don't care anymore for that many games. It has to be something really special, like uh, the Division, for me to even consider thinking, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. So
Yeah, the Division does look really awesome. I'm really excited for that to come out. But yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same. I've actually, for the last 6 months, been having a really hard time getting into video games. Um, although I have been getting a lot of games that have not had a strong storyline, so I'm hoping that that's kind of where uh, what's happened. But
ooh,
we'll see. I just got Deus Ex,
okay.
so
What if Minecraft 2 had a really, really strong storyline?
that would be
I
weird.
I would be all for it. It would have to include the Ender Dragon. It would have to include the Wither. You can't drop anything. But I would
Yeah.
having new multiple bosses, kind of like in Terraria. I could go for that. I could I could definitely go for some new bosses. I would not argue it.
I'm trying to imagine, like, what could this... Do you think it would include Hero Bride?
I don't think that Herobrine would get bought by Microsoft. Herobrine is his own owner.
Seriously?
Yeah. Herobrine owns
Wow.
himself. He will never ever give himself up. You don't mess with Herobrine. That's the story, children. Do not mess with Herobrine.
No, but it would be kind of nice to have some sort of story, but I don't know, like, I guess in order to have a story, you... Maybe, like, a text-based where he's kind of stating stuff to himself, like in Zelda, but I don't know, there's no other characters
It
that you could say. Like, there's no NPCs aside from villagers, and those really aren't even NPCs, so I don't know how you could incorporate a story without talking to yourself and being like, well, I really need to do this, and I kind of lost in the wilderness sort of style.
what if there's like a backstory? Like you start going insane because you've been alone and away from people for so long. Or the one question I keep asking myself is why are we here? Why are we in this world of Minecraft and how did we get here? I mean there is no other Steves to give birth to us. I mean,
Ew.
well, I'm just saying, I mean, we didn't what came first, the chicken or Steve? I mean, I'm really really confused sometimes about the origin of this game, that you're just this person that woke up on this weird island and now you're going to develop it. That's weird.
Well, like I said, Lost in the Wilderness sort of style, like, it's kind of almost um, apocalyptic sort of, post-apocalyptic sort of style of game, where there's zombies everywhere, there's nobody around, like, and you gotta build up your own area and survive. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic.
So instead of Zombie Land, this is Zombie Craft.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
Ah, sure. Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Except when they build stuff, it's gotta look more rubble and decomposed and stuff.
Zombie Craft Game of the Year. I can guarantee you anything. Oh, I would hate it if Microsoft ended up doing that. If like they just started selling off everything with the name Craft at the end, just like the iPhone.
Ugh.
Because like now, what do they call their new watch? The Apple Watch. Ooh, we changed it up, everybody. You thought it was gonna be called the iWatch? No, we're not doing that.
Really? They called it the Apple Watch?
It's the Apple
I'm actually
Watch.
surprised.
It's the Apple Watch.
Really?
It's not the iWatch. It is ingenious, of course, because it was developed by Apple.
Don't get me started.
Uh-huh. Bring it. Not really, not this episode. 'Cause I think we did a whole Minecast on it, and that turned... Actually, we didn't do too bad. Like, we minded our manners. For the most part.
We played nice mostly.
Yeah. I still wanted to kick your ass at
PC's
the
still
end of
better
it.
than Apple, though.
Yeah, I was... Shut up.
Sorry.
Yeah, you better be. I'm starting to run out of stuff to do for this lobby. It's actually coming
I
up
believe I'm pretty much done with this.
with the race.
Need a pack.
You need
Yeah.
you need a test dummy.
Well, I think we need to go through and do an official race sometime to make sure that everything works just fine.
Oh, okay. I guarantee you anything, it's busted. Look at the guy who
Well, whatever,
made it.
come on, I made it.
Need to hire better builders, that's what I need to do.
That's not very nice.
Especially when you work for free. I'm not gonna get rid of you.
Yeah, I could just sit and build the glass stuff the whole time. That would be crazy to, like, cover the whole Minecraft in glass. A whole map.
You'd get quite well, actually, I'm pretty sure it already exists. I guarantee you anything. Somebody probably was like, oh, look how many downloads I can get off of this if I do it. Screw it, I'll do it. And then someone probably got a bunch of downloads off of it.
Well, couldn't you, like, I don't know how the PC and Xbox are
You can
different.
do it in 10 seconds.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
like, put it over to PC, do the, I want it in the square from this corner to this corner, let go, resave, you're done.
There we go. If you don't have a good computer, though, it'll crash almost immediately. Okay, so we got lighting on the bottom. We need stuff on this wall. What can we put on this wall?
Ah!
You okay?
Yeah, I just broke my machine and I didn't realize it.
I honestly don't know what to put on this wall. We don't have leads yet, do we?
Leads?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. This is definitely why PC's better. You don't have to wait for crap to come out. It's already working.
Hang it. This thing has to be a lot bigger than I expected.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know what I can do over here. I gotta look up an image. Keep talking amongst yourself.
Yeah, so,
Let's try. Let's try.
that's the best I got.
I'd give you the Oscar. And
Where'd you go?
why isn't my browser loading? God dang it.
So you were talking about, you're having a hard time finding games that are, worth purchasing, and like I said, I'm having a hard time getting into games recently, and I watched a YouTuber, Boogie. He had a thing on that gaming is, like, back in the 80s, there was a game crash, and a lot of people, basically, what was it, the ET? That they threw away a lot of ET games because just nobody would buy them.
Yeah.
Are we getting to a point where developers are kind of throwing out crap, and he was saying that people will start going towards other types of entertainment. Do you think people like that sort of style could happen at this point?
I think it already is, because, I mean, you look at most of the indie developers out there, I mean, it's bad. It's getting to where people can't develop a game and have it be, like, steady anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
I mean, they work very hard to get the game out, but then when it comes down to it, you have by then another game that's very, very similar to it. And then
yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh, this game's better anyway, so I'm just gonna stick over here with this game." But I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Minecraft was made as an indie game by Notch, and then Mojang. Well, actually, did he buy Mojang or did Mojang come to him?
I have no clue about any of that. I don't really know how that works actually.
Either way, they met, and then magic happened, and Minecraft went, and then he went, and then he went off to the bank with cha-ching, cha-ching, and then we all went, ah, and then he was like, sanity. Story of Minecraft.
Do you think that that's a good enough reason? Like,
No,
for his sanity?
it's a very, very cheap way out. It's a very, very cheap move that he made, and congratulations on being smart enough to come up with something to try and shut everybody up. Sheep. I love it. Okay, that decorated
I don't know.
that decorated the wall.
Well, look at Notch's past as far as his decisions that he's made. He has
Okay.
basically given away a second game. I consider creative mode a second game that, like a DLC or whatever you want to call it, that any other developer would have made you pay like $15 to get that.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
Creative mode. Notch gave that away as an update, as a free update, when any other company would have made that a $15 DLC.
Okay, I see what you mean.
So Notch doesn't seem like he's in it for the money necessarily. It seems like he does just kind of like he's part of the community, kind of like the YouTubers that are big into games that are kind of be on both sides of it, or any other person. It just seems like there is a possibility that he's not in it for the money, like a lot of developers or people. I just think there's a chance for it.
I'm going to side with you on this. I don't think, I don't believe that he was totally in it for the money until he saw that $2 billion check. I mean, in all honesty,
Oh yeah.
If he did not care about the money, he probably would have sold it for $500,000, and then he would have said, "Here, there you go." But the whole $2 billion, and it's not anything about the money. That's a lot of money to be saying, "Oh, it's not about this at all."
Oh shoot.
Sorry.
Maybe I can just reset that.
Alright, could you come up to the thing in the sky and tell me what you think?
Yes, sir. On my way. As far as Notch and the money, yeah, I think if you talk to anybody, even a freaking millionaire or even a person that, like, a Buddhist that wants to get rid of all their possessions,
A Buddhist?
they, whatever, I don't know. Close.
Buddhist.
Shut it. Shut it. Don't get me wrong. Is your sheep cross-eyed?
Spawn a sheep right now. Spawn a damn sheep and look at it. Do it. No, spawn a sheep.
No, I
Spawn
believe
it.
you.
No,
I
spawn.
believe
Okay, fine. I'm gonna spawn the damn thing. Okay, you watching? You watching? Here we go. Let's spawn a sheep, because Mr. Freaking thing. That's freaking. You made me exit my menu. There. Both of them are. Duh. 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 So stupid. No! No, you jerk! You. This is why we can't have nice things. Bacon for all. Jesus.
Oh
Okay.
my gosh.
Overall, what do you think? Not too bad.
That was funny. I'm sorry. I like it.
It still seems a little bit bland, but I don't want to redo the floor because I mean this is the first level, that's the second level, and this is the third. So I want to keep the floor the same. I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna call it done.
Let me see if I can grab some ideas from the other side.
Anybody just wait? What are you doing?
I'm kind of going around to your other rooms to see what you did, like what you used on the walls, what you used on the ceiling, and all that. See if there's something else we can pull.
I was gonna say I don't really want to copy anything from this one because it's kind of one of a kind, the jungle temple type theme.
Yeah, but you do have some recessed walls here.
Well, that's
like
the
that
game
effect.
itself right there. Because in the game itself, it's recessed.
But I'm saying as far as decoration, like remember the stairs we did? We could just any sort of recessed decoration on the well, you kind of got the walls covered already.
I was gonna say if I can find something to do right here. Oh, we could recess those. These walls over here. Try and do something with them. Yeah.
No, as far as notch goes, I think, yeah, anybody is going to care about $2 million, whether it's for themselves or give it to charity or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm sure he was definitely, like, intrigued by the money, but it kind of depends on how the negotiations went. Who knows if Microsoft said, like, all right, $1 million for your company, and he was like, no, I'm not selling it unless it's $2 million. Then it's kind of like, all right, I'm calling BS on what he's saying as far as his poor sanity. But if he's basically like sitting around, like kind of depressed about his work, and then Microsoft calls up and says, hey, we're interested in buying your company. Here's a price. What do you think? And he's like, I'll take it. Then yeah, I'll buy it.
I don't know. We're never gonna get the full story because I think he's not gonna mention one more word about Minecraft for as long as he lives, from the sounds of it. But, anyways, really quick before we wrap up this episode, do you want to show us what you got done down there?
Yeah. Like the whole system or just what I was working on?
Yeah, just what you were working on this episode.
All right. Yeah, of course.
I think we're
so
definitely
it's still
over
a work
time.
in progress. It's not quite done. I just kind of wanted to box up the circuitry for it, so that's what this ugly box is about.
Jesus.
We'll probably change that up, decorate it, trim it down, something. But basically what it is once the race is finished, you don't really have anywhere to go. So as soon as you finish the race, this whole area changes by doing, let me go down here. Yeah, I can have it. And it does this.
Oh, okay. So that's it saying like, "Hey, go this way," and then you're like, "Oh,
Yeah. Basically saying, stop continuing.
There we
and
go.
Go left. Yeah. So that's what I spent my nice old time doing.
Very impressive. I like it.
Thank you.
Now the one thing is that you cannot reset this up, can you? This is a save and play game.
Yeah, I could make it a multiple time, but it's way too much work to do that. So yeah, it's a save and play.
Okie doke. Fair enough.
Like the tiles alone, I have to reset.
So, all right. So, I think we probably only have one more episode left of getting this done, and then still freaking crap ton of those left. And then another little sneak peek. Yep, there it is, and it's gone. That's what we'll be working on next after this game is done. And then we'll be setting it up to have a release again for the Xbox version. And I think I did learn that the PS4 will not support it, unfortunately. I'm still going to be looking into that to see if someone comes up with a way to do it. So, as of right now, it's not working, and hopefully someday we can do it. But that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching this little episode and hearing us talk. And definitely, if you saw anything in this episode that you would like to see a little bit of difference on, or if you have your own opinions about some stuff, do leave it in the comments below. And we will see you guys here next Monday for another Minigame Monday. See you later.
See you guys.